it is shocking. 26% of adults are now obese. 38% are overweight in the UK. 1 in 4 adults, 1 in 5 children. It is everywhere. And I know after the conference, the people in the conference were so unbelievably healthy that when I came out of the conference and I looked around at normality, and in the restaurants
Yeah,
and in the cafes and in the shops, we have normalized obesity and being
yeah,
overweight.
and insulin resistance. We've normalized insulin resistance, so we're so used to people looking puffier. It's not even about just the obesity, because as we'll talk about, I mean, there are plenty of thin diabetics out there. And I actually had a conversation with a friend of mine who's a clinical pharmacist, and I said something about someone with type 2 diabetes who is actually underweight, and she went, well, that's got to be type 1 diabetes. I was like, no, it's type 2 diabetes. Well, I've never seen anyone who's not overweight with type 2 diabetes. Like, there's loads of people. I can literally name half a dozen people. In fact, one of the doctors who was presenting had overcome his own battle with type 2 diabetes. Really, really, thin and lean human being, because metabolic syndrome isn't just obesity, but we have absolutely normalized obesity, and the health crisis that comes from that is the issue. I personally am in this place of real conflict. I've always struggled with being overweight my whole life. I'm seeing the younger generation where they're all walking around in crop tops and, just kind of owning who they are. And I celebrate that so much, but I don't celebrate how we have normalized taking something which is a metabolic illness and actually normalizing that. That's the bit that I struggle with. I celebrate the self-esteem, owning exactly who you are, where you are on your journey, but not the fact that we are just now normalizing humans being adapted into ill health.
Well, this picture on the left is a picture of a British beach in the 1970s. It just when we go on to beaches today, this is not how people look. And
Well, no, that's the thing. I was the chunky kid, and I stood out like a sore thumb. I stood out like a sore thumb. And these days, that's not the case. So it has just become, like we say, this place of absolute normalization. However, metabolic syndrome is so much more than obesity. So that's what we want to talk about.